We are so back. We are so back. So, Black Ops 7 has been out for a little bit. And uh I personally have not really been playing much Black Ops 7. I just got to play a little bit yesterday. Probably going to try to play a little bit today. But I've not been able to really play much Black Ops 7. And I feel like part of it, I really got burnt out towards the end of BO6, and I just had a lot of other things going on in my life. And so BO6 just kind of stopped being a priority, and then BO7 came out, and, it was kind of like, it looks good, but I just don't really have that much time to play it. And so, I've been kind of watching just a little bit, seeing how things go. And the more I've watched of BO7 and now played a little bit of it and experienced it for myself, I am just really in love with the game right now. And I'm really excited for what comes next. I was pretty excited last year with BO6, and then I feel like BO6 really just kind of became disappointing over time. Because, there were some cool things about BO6, but it really felt like things just took a nosedive, especially in regards to the story. And, even Citadel is literally my favorite map. But at the end of Citadel, I couldn't help but feel disappointed just with how shit the end cutscene was. It was terrible. Fucking hated it. And then don't even get one on the Tomb, and then the Tomb's end cutscene is so bad. And then no intro cutscene on Shattered Vale, and then we get some pretty good mid-game, end-game cutscenes in Shattered Vale. And then Reckoning, no cutscene again. And then we get some pretty cool stuff in Reckoning, but, Reckoning's end was something. It was an ending, that's for sure. But, when I saw the Ashes of the Damned intro cutscene, there was part of me that regained a little bit of hype because it was getting interesting, because they're introducing this new villain. It's not just some Sam AI, or it's not Richtofen or whatever, some fucking dark ether guy, whatever. It's this fucking weird warden guy with these chained skulls. We don't know what he does. He's got these white eyes, and he fucking sucked the souls out of everybody. And the combat scene was fucking awesome. I enjoyed watching that. It was cool. It was a cool fucking it was a cool intro cutscene. I really got excited for the map when I saw that, out of everything. And I played a little bit of Ashes of the Dam the night it came out, before the Easter egg and stuff, and thought it was pretty fun. I felt like it was very enjoyable, and even in the beta, or was it in the beta? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if they made you do the power thing in the beta. I think they did. And I remember it being kind of difficult, to be honest. It feels like it's not just something that's so easy to turn on power and pack a punch and all that. It feels like there's at least a little bit of challenge there. And I enjoy that. I like when it's something unique and interesting to unlock power, unlock pack a punch or something. I feel like it gives a map a lot of identity. And I feel like Ashes of the Damned really has a lot of identity, because it feels like a lot of BO6's identity was on a lot of the wonder weapons, and then sometimes maybe the aesthetics. Terminus, you have the Beam Smasher, and you have, I would say boss fight and the Easter egg itself are pretty fucking solid. And then the atmosphere, the islands and the boats and stuff like that. That is, I think, a big part of Terminus. And compared to other maps, like I feel like Citadel, it had some atmosphere. It was pretty good. I personally enjoyed the atmosphere a lot. But I feel like the main identity of Citadel was the swords, and the swords were kind of underwhelming on launch, even though really I think people were kind of sleeping on them, but they were a little underwhelming. And then after that, it was just kind of like they really didn't. There wasn't so much identity after that. Like the tomb, what's the identity of the tomb? I mean, like it's simple, and the ice staff, and I mean, I guess like the boss fight was pretty difficult. Whatever, the final encounter, whatever you want to call it. And then Shattered Veil had some identity for sure. I really enjoyed that, and kind of the storytelling throughout the Easter egg was really cool. And Them Reckoning was just kind of like, there's parts of it that are cool, and then there are parts of it that are like, man, what the fuck. But Ashes feels really unique because it's like you have this wonder vehicle, and I wasn't gonna be sold on the wonder vehicle thing at first, but I really do love the wonder vehicle thing. I think it's a really cool idea. It's an interesting transport system, and it's not something where it's too broken or it's too annoying. It feels very like balanced in that way. So I really like that. And if you don't want to bother with Tessie, you use Tessie in the early game. Use Tessie in the early game, and then you go and you just use the fucking jump pads. So, and I think the Easter egg, I like the Easter egg a lot. I know some people are like, it's annoying to do solo, and there's a lot of lockdowns and all that. And it definitely kind of is like that, but I also really, I think the fucking, I think the Easter egg is sick, to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet. And I kind of wish they didn't nerf the boss fight. I wanted to try the boss fight unnerfed, but unfortunately I was too late for that. But I do really think the Easter egg just like flows well, and it feels more like a classic Easter egg. It doesn't feel like they did in BO6, where it's just do this thing and do this thing and, do this and like solve this very simple code. It feels much more classic, and it's lengthier, and even the boss fight, which I know a lot of people kind of have complaints about the boss fight, but the boss fight does have its own unique identity because it really centers around the Wonder Vehicle, and it's a very interesting boss fight. And the cutscenes are fucking awesome, and I just really feel like there is so much personality to this game that was kind of there in BO6, but kind of missing. Like, I felt like when I played BO6 compared to Cold War, I was like, wow, there's so much personality. Like, the Arsenal machine even is, like, saying shit. And we have a fucking crew again, so I don't have to hear fucking Price going, enemies AKA, some shit like that. Like, I want to strangle fucking Price. Never again with that motherfucker. But yeah, so that was honestly just fucking awesome to have that. But it feels like there were a lot of things that were missing. It feels like they didn't know properly how to do the crew entirely, how to give them a good backstory, and how to make them interesting in the beginning without just telling you fucking everything about them, And it feels like they've kind of figured that out now. And I think that's cool. Because, like, in Ashes, for example, there's, like, a side quest you can do with Dempsey where you basically find out that, like, Weaver was his, like, captain in, I think, Afghanistan or whatever. Like, he was there with Weaver in Afghanistan, and, like, this alternate timeline is, like, an alternate Weaver that, like, dies, and he's, like, going through PTSD or some shit about it. And I was just like, wow, that is awesome. And it's a cool way to tell a story. Because it's not just, Dempsey was in Afghanistan. He fought alongside Weaver, who, you know, tragically passed away, and now he has, like, you know, now Dempsey has PTSD or something. It's like, you have to really infer that. Like, I just dropped the phone. Okay. Oh, it didn't even... Look at that. Look at that. It stayed on, but the thing itself came off of the... Oh, man. My bad. Probably just destroyed your eardrums. Maybe I'll switch to the phone audio for that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, let me... Give me a second to fix this. Give me a second to fix this. Are we good? You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. My bad. My bad. So yeah. Dude, it's almost 8 o'clock. I gotta go home. Fuck. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Now that the camera's focusing. Yeah. I thought the Dempsey thing was awesome. And it feels like they're really kind of figuring out how to do the zombies thing. And the other thing I really like is that you still have your standard, you know, modern zombies, like, point system stuff. But now they're doing the cursed mode, and the cursed mode honestly looks fucking awesome. I still have yet to play cursed. But, dude, it looks so awesome. Like, the fact that there's all these cool little Easter eggs, and, like, people... They completed the main quest, and they got the side... They figured out the side Easter eggs and all that. But now we're still figuring out cursed relics, and, like, people are still trying to figure them out. Even after, like, days and days, and it's like, that's fucking awesome. That's awesome. It's awesome that we have, like, more Easter eggs to solve after all of the other ones have been solved. That's fucking cool. And so, I've been really enjoying just watching a lot of BO6 stuff, or BO7 stuff, and just being kind of interested. And, as of making this, they dropped the Astra Malorum intro cutscene, which I mentioned in the last video. They dropped the intro cutscene for that. And, like, I kind of briefly just mentioned, like, how cool it was. But, like, that cutscene might genuinely be my favorite zombies cutscene they've ever done. Because it's so insane, but it's so zombies. Like, the way that it starts with the fucking entity, like, spitting them out into fucking space, and there's all these fucking Ravagers on these fucking rocks, and they look like 115 rocks almost. That was fucking crazy. And then, like, it feels like you really get to see more of the personalities of the characters in these fucking cutscenes than you did in, like, BO6. Like, BO6, there really was not a lot of personality in those cutscenes. It's very dry and, like, boring. Whereas it feels like now they're really just kind of off the rails doing some crazy shit. And, like, even the BO6 characters, I feel like, have gotten a bit of redemption in this game. Like, for example, watching that cutscene, I thought it was awesome. You kind of have, like, I guess Richtofen is kind of leading I think we're calling them Tempests or whatever, you know, the OG crew, right? The original 4. He's kind of leading them, right? And he's in the front seat and he's driving. And then Weaver, I guess, is kind of like the leader of this ex-Requiem crew. And he's fucking, you know, in the front seat too. And I thought that was really cool. And even just a little thing like zooming into the rear view mirror and stuff, that was cool. And just kind of seeing all the action. And there's like one point where like Weaver, there's like a couple Ravagers that are coming after the truck on Weaver's side. And Weaver just fucking opens the door, flings one out into fucking space, and he fucking pulls up a shotgun, he starts fucking shooting them in front. That was fucking cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool. Like, that was the personality that was missing in the previous games. Like in BO6, there wasn't really that. I mean, there was like some scenes where it's like, oh shit, you know, there's a zombie and we're fighting the zombies and all that, but like it doesn't feel the same as it does in this game. Like in the Ashes of the Dam cutscene when they do that whole thing with like Maya and Takio where like Maya's like fucking fighting the zombie and then Takio like throws his fucking sword in it or his katana in it, and then Maya picks up the katana, she starts slashing people and like fucking bludgeons a guy with it, and then fucking stabs it in the zombie, and then Takio takes out the fucking zombie and fucking slices like 2 heads off of other zombies. Like that's so fucking cool, dude. That level of choreography is fucking awesome. And that, I feel like, is what we've been missing for a while in zombies. And there was just so much in that cutscene I thought was fucking awesome. Like, and there's so many little details that you don't really pick up on when you watch it the first couple times. I think I've legitimately watched it like 10 times in the past like 2 or 3 days. And I just find myself enjoying it so much. It's such a fucking awesome cutscene. I love it. And yeah. I'm just fucking I love the cutscene. It's so it really gives me like BO3 vibes, because when I started playing zombies, I started playing BO3. And at first I was just playing it with friends and like I didn't even know there were cutscenes. And I'll never forget, I started the Giant one day and the cutscene started playing. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? There's like this fucking evil Richtofen that's fucking laughing. And they're all like, you know, don't do it, Doc. You don't trust me. You don't want to see what's on the other side of that thing. And he does it. He's like, ah. And then fucking, you know, the Primus Richtofen just comes out and fucking just shoots him. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is crazy. What the hell? And, you know, I watched, oh man, I just ruined all the light. Like the Zetsubo cutscene. The Zetsubo cutscene I thought was really cool. Dragon Drop cutscene was whatever. But like, Garad Krovi cutscene went crazy. I love that cutscene. That cutscene is cool because it feels a little, you know, grounded. Like it still kind of feels like it could be a Call of Duty thing, but it also feels like it's doing its own thing and it's creative and interesting. And that feels like something that has been missing. Like the cutscenes recently, they've been grounded and just bland and boring. And this just felt like action and excitement and personality that we've been missing for so long. And that's why I'm fucking so excited. That's why I'm so excited to see what happens with this game, even though I haven't even really been playing it that much. I'm just invested in it because, dude, the story and the cutscenes and everything, I'm invested. I was a little invested in BO6, but BO6 kind of fell off, especially like after Citadel. I just gave up with that cutscene then. But this, oh man. And supposedly we're supposed to get cutscenes for, like, intro cutscenes for every single map. Please do that. Oh my god, that would be so sick. And there's a part of me that's a little sad because it makes me think, why didn't we have this at BO6? And there's also, I think, I'm not sure if part of me wants to make like a BO6 retrospective at some point, but I'm not sure. But part of me really just gets mad seeing some of this stuff and being like, why wasn't this in BO6? Why didn't we have cursed mode in BO6? Why didn't we have more personality? Why didn't we have intro cutscenes with every single map? And it's something that annoys me a little bit, and especially, I never released a video that I made after I made my Terminus cranked one. And it was me doing melee only and zombie snacks on Liberty Falls. And it was an interesting challenge because it's not a hard map, But Melee in BO6 was so dog shit. And I talked about it on that video in that video I never released, about how it just felt like there was never, like, it felt like you're putting yourself at more risk. And you're not even really getting reward, because you'd be better off just getting critical kills. And the melee just felt terrible. And really the only way that challenge was beatable easily was getting in the flow state and then just ether shrouding and just fucking beating the shit out of whatever elite you're trying to fight. That was like the only way it was winnable, basically. And it fucking sucked. I hated it. I hated what they did with that melee system, because it felt like it could have been so much better, and they just didn't do that. And it felt like they didn't want to go and change anything. But then BO7 comes around, they make big melee changes. Like, the melee feels so much better in BO7 than it does in BO6. It's crazy. And the big thing is, I was like, you're basically, it's a lot of risk for, like, no fucking reward. And now, there is a reward. Now, when you melee and you get that melee critical kill, 150 points. That's so much better. And then they even have the thing for melee macchiato, where melee kills give more points. So you can get even more points. That's great. That's something that I think we really needed. And I also love with BO7 too, that I haven't really gotten to play around with it yet because I haven't unlocked them. But you can get like an extra minor augment. And I think that's perfect, because it's like, this is what we needed. Like, give us more interesting build options. Because I thought the augment system was so interesting and cool. And this is a way to really spice it up even further, because now we have access to even more stuff. And that's fucking cool. So, ultimately, I am very pleased with BO7 right now, even though I haven't really gotten to play much of it. But what I have played has been awesome. And what I've been seeing has been awesome. And I'm excited to play more whenever I have the chance to, which is not very often, but, maybe. But, yeah. So, the train is coming. And, yeah. Oh, and real quick, before I forget, I love that in the Astra Malorum cutscene. Actually, there's two things I forgot to mention in the Astra Malorum cutscene. First thing being, I love Richtofen's fucking line, like, after everything, he fucking comes out, he's, like, fucking staggering, he throws the steering wheel, and he goes, "Everyone, remember..." Fuck, I can't do a good Richtofen. But he says, "Everyone, remember where we parked." That was just, like, that is a fucking amazing line. Like, that is so much better than a lot of the shit that we've gotten in like BO6. That just feels like a weird, memorable quote. It doesn't feel like just saying, "All right, guys, let's go." It's like, that really adds some personality to it. It makes him fucking, this crazy German scientist. That, I think, is awesome. But also the thing I wanted to mention with the Astra Malorum cutscene, I love that they give us just this little look at what the map looks. Okay. Yeah. That's what happens at night sometimes. You get people like that who just decide, "I want to fucking show off my cool car. I want to be cool." Yeah. But, there he goes. Anyways, though, my point is that, like, getting to see that little glimpse of the map, oh my god, like, I'm really excited for that map. My hope is that, though, I hope they don't really use Old Tessie like they did in Ashes of the Damned. I want that to be the map's unique identity. Going back to the identity thing, I feel like Ashes has so much unique identity between the atmosphere and the way the map is laid out and the traveling and the wonder vehicle and the Easter egg. And I want them to take it a little bit in a different direction with Astra Malorum and just do something different and do something interesting. That's what I want. And I hope that they're not just going to keep reusing Tessie and that sort of thing. Just do something interesting. That's all. And I hope we're not going to see Xursas, we're not going to see Doppelgas, we're not going to see Amalgams, we're not going to see Manglers. I mean, I guess Manglers could kind of fit on the map, maybe, but like, I don't know. So, my personal hope is that they just keep doing new stuff. Because it's clear that they don't need to keep reusing old stuff. They don't need to be like, here's the Ray Gun Mark II, here's the Ice Staff, here's, the Jet Gun was fine. I think that was fine because it was cool. It got its, it got its glow up. But they can do cool new stuff. I think the Necrofluid Gauntlet is a fucking amazing wonder weapon. Like, the more I've been playing with it, the more I'm just like, dude, this is so awesome. I'm enjoying the hell out of that thing. But at the end of the day, you need to what's it called? You need to keep doing that, because I don't want it to fall into like, oh guys, we're bringing back the Paralyzer, we're bringing back the Skull of Non-Sopway or whatever it's called, we're bringing back the KT4, we're bringing back the bows, we're bringing back another staff. Like, I don't want them to do that. Just make interesting stuff. That's what it comes down to. Make interesting new stuff. Because you guys clearly have the talent to make interesting new stuff. You just need to fucking do it. So just do it. Please. Please. I know you guys are absolutely capable of it. So, I'm gonna just get it. Oh. Apparently the rain is expected to end soon. Wow. And I really hope that rain ends. The rain that doesn't seem to exist? I don't know. Anyways, that's enough of BO7 for now. I'll probably maybe I'll make a video on Astra Malorum when Astra Malorum does come out. But in the meantime, I gotta go home. It's like 8 o'clock. I haven't eaten dinner. I ate breakfast and that was it. Yeah, it's been a long day. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Shit. I did it again. That thing comes off so easily. I hate it. Alright, I guess that's it.